Former Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, has accused the opposition People's Democratic Party of being solely responsible for its inability to win the 2023 presidential election. Wike, who spoke to News Central in an exclusive interview in Abuja while commending the Makurdi High Court for upholding the sack of the former national chairman, Iyorchia Ayu, says the arrogance of the party's former leadership led to its poor showing in the recent presidential election. News Central's Amadin has more.
The crisis in Nigeria's opposition People's Democratic Party seems not to have ended. Several months to the elections, several key governors had demanded the resignation of the party's national chairman. However, this was not the case, as he retained the support of several National Working Committee members and the party's then presidential candidate. This bettered the faction of the party known as the G5 governors, who had vowed not to support the party's presidential candidate till the PDP forces the chairman to resign. The case went to the courts, and finally, a court in Makurdi, the Benue state capital, upheld the sack of Ayu as the national chairman of the party.
Promise a win for democracy. It's a win against impunity. It's a win against arrogance.
In an exclusive interview with the former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, who bared his mind on several issues, including the demand for the sack of the party's national chairman and its subsequent failure to claim the 2023 presidential seat. Wike says he does not regret his action, which led to the formation of the G5 governors over the impasse with Ayu.
Again, when the party that's supposed to be the opposition party, that's supposed to have won the election, have showed arrogance, showed impunity, no respect for rule of law. And then it's what are we doing? What is the change we were seeking for?
He says the PDP should be blamed for the poor showing during the polls.
PDP were responsible for their poor showing. If you don't do the right thing, what is the consequence of it? If you don't prepare for the election, what will be the consequence of this? Is the lack of preparation. And lack of preparation is also not respecting the principle of equity, fairness, and justice. Not respecting the provisions of the constitution of the party. So I cannot say we are responsible, but I can say that people were responsible for their failure.
The former governor openly supported the APC presidential candidate, who is now the president of Nigeria. He says if given the opportunity to serve in any capacity, he will see it as a call to national service. Amadin, reporting for News Central.
Join us live in NC Continental Prime to discuss this development. We're joined by Malachy Ugwumadu, a legal practitioner. A warm welcome to you, Malachy. Thank you very much for joining us on the news.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good evening, viewers.
Now, Malachy, as a legal practitioner, are you surprised at the removal of the national chairman of Nigeria's opposition People's Democratic Party, Iyorchia Ayu, by the High Court?
Well, I am happy you asked me that question, particularly in reference to my status as a legal practitioner. That does not come as a surprise. What has happened is a pronouncement of the court in the form of a judgment or ruling. And the court has merely acted on the facts and the body of evidence that are presented before it with the application of the laws to those facts. And the point is clear that at the material time when the issues were being contested, former chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Iyorchia Ayu, ceased to be a member or had ceased to be a member of that political party from his ward, and that status can occur even at the ward with respect to a national officer of the political party. This is not the first time it has happened. Recall that this was precisely exactly the same way that Comrade Adams Oshiomhole lost out to as the national chairman of the APC a few years ago. So what you could be asking is whether that seals the matter. I imagine that if Iyorchia Ayu feels strongly about what has happened,
It
he
can
reserves
appeal.
the right to appeal against that judgment. However, what is the battle all about? First is that, and this leads me to the political side of my reaction. To what extent can these political associations, as we have it today, really pose as political parties? Don't forget that these are supposed to be the engine room where ideas are incubated, conceived, nurtured, synthesized, properly reviewed before they are churned out as policies of government, particularly with respect to the ruling political party. Now, if political parties are stewed, completely enmeshed in controversies, even before the election, look at the case of PDP, for instance, you would wonder whether they will ever exit that kind of situation. So where are the ideas? What is it in those political parties for Nigeria that have found themselves, if you like, under the stronghold of this political party? The entire fate of Nigeria, laid on the decision and the state of these political parties, the health of this political party. So it's all about controversy preceding election, into election, and even after election.
Now,
So
Malachy,
where
still staying on the politics of this issue. Now, with this latest development, does it mean the crisis bedeviling the People's Democratic Party is coming to an end?
Well, you could look at it from either side of my permutations now. PDP is no longer a beautiful bride, and I sympathize with them. You could see the number of people who have openly, as it were, stood against the political party, even as members. It is not a joke in the political calculation of Nigeria, where you see as much as 3, 4, 5 governors opposing the political party that they belong to. Cast your mind back to 2014, even into 2015, and remember what happened to the same PDP when the likes of Atiku Abubakar, Bukola Saraki, and a few other governors stood firmly against it and then pulled out.
They joined the APC.
Now, this time around, they did not, the PDP governors, the 5
G5.
they call themselves in PDP, didn't pull out, but they resolved to work against the political party. So, like I said, it's no longer a beautiful bride. I mean, there's very little left of PDP. I'm not sure people are committed as much as they were preceding the election to even solve any problem. That's my thinking. I may be wrong. However, if on the other side of the argument, you could see a crop of new, fresh, determined, resolved political elements are within them who are resolved to turn the...
Now, Malachy, away from the PDP issues and its politics, the president today, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, approved the appointments made a series of appointments. And among these appointments was the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, as his Chief of Staff, who returned to the House as a rep in the just concluded election. So what are the implications of this appointment? Who will take his place as a member of the House of Rep for his constituency? What does the law say about this?
Well, I could barely hear you, but I can hazard a guess. You want to know what happens to the seat of the current Speaker, House of Representatives. I mean, it's a straightforward matter. If he resigns from his seat and takes up the fresh appointment, which has happened anyway, with effect from today, then there is a vacancy. And once there is such vacancy, it activates the right of the election monitoring body to revisit that constituency, which is Surrey area of Lagos State, where I'm speaking to you at the moment. That's where my chambers is.
Yes.
To be able to conduct to be able to conduct, I think, a by-election, yeah? A by-election with a view to re-electing a new House of Representative member. But make no mistake about it, he doesn't go to the House of Representatives to occupy that seat which he left as a speaker. No, it's not an automatic thing. The Constitution makes a different and elaborate process by which members who are elected, including he or herself, who may eventually emerge, particularly if the election, and I doubt, ever happens before the context in the House as to who becomes the speaker.
The speaker.
If he comes as an ordinary member.
Thank you very much for clarifying on that and giving us the legal standing. Malachy Ugwumadu, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. We do appreciate your time and contribution. Thank you.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.